This is Eric Alexander, Six Arrows Consulting. There's a phrase you're probably familiar with. We use it a lot in our culture. We talk about throwing a wrench into the works. And so the picture that evokes in my mind is you've got all these gears, all these cogs enmeshed. They're working together. Things are going efficiently and effectively until somebody throws a wrench in, jams everything up, breaks things, everything comes to a screeching halt. Probably also experienced that organizationally. The project's moving along well, you're getting close to the finish line, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up with a new requirement, or the rules change, or I mean, lots of different things. Now, that's not what I want to focus on today, although there are lots of different aspects of leadership that we could talk about there. But I want to take that phrase, I want to tamper with it a little bit and go a totally different direction. But first, let me give you some background. A couple of months ago, got to travel out of state to go meet a new grandson. And while we were there, got to help my son assemble a large playset for the new baby's older brother. And there we were in the deep south in the relentless summer sun. It was hot, it was hard work. I sweated like crazy, more information you need to know, but it was very satisfying. It took several days, we got it put together, and very excited to get to watch a very excited near 3-year-old out there exploring it when we're all done. Neat deal. Along the way though, I noticed something that's kind of unusual. I've seen it before, but it stood out to me more this time. The manufacturer had sent all the stuff we needed. They sent all the lumber, all the plastic parts, all the things, the nuts and bolts, all the stuff. Along with that, they'd also included some possibly obscure tools. We had various hex wrenches. We had a Phillips screwdriver that was Z-shaped. That was kind of unusual. There were some drill bits. They'd thrown all this extra stuff in along with the things we needed to assemble the playset. The inner accountant in me was really pretty baffled by that. Why would they have incurred that additional expense until I realized what it had meant for us, for my son and me, as we were putting together the playset. It meant we didn't have to go look for an obscure tool. We didn't have to go search through the garage or possibly make a trip down to the big box hardware store, or another trip or yet another trip to find the tools at each stage along the way. They provided for us the things we might not have had along the way. Recently, my wife and I had a new table for our breakfast nook that showed up. And the delivery guys came, and along with the table came this big wrench. It was the same kind of thing. I probably had one in my garage, but I didn't have to go search around because they sent one with the table. Now, what's the deal? What's the point about all this? Let me turn that phrase on its head. Throwing a wrench into the works. Let's mix it up a little bit. Instead of that, what did the manufacturer do? They threw a wrench in with the works. With the works came all the parts we needed, all the lumber we needed, all the stuff we needed, and a few things we might not have needed, those extra tools to help us make sure we got it done. They threw those in with the works. What's the point? A couple things stand out to me. First of all, value creation isn't always measured in dollars. They spend a little bit extra money to save us a lot of time, to save us quite a bit of frustration, and to help us get to that finish line where little man got to go out and explore the playset that much sooner. Also, it gets me thinking, are there other places we can do something similar as leaders? Maybe I'm a management accountant and I'm putting together some reports for the board. Is there an acronym? Is there an obscure regulation that I can go ahead up front in the report, provide an explanation to save the board members some time and some headache and frustration during their deliberations? Maybe I'm a supervisor and I've been coaching one of my staff. We've been talking about where things are going well, where they can pick their game up. What is something I can send them out the door with? An affirmation to let them leave with a lift in their spirit, an encouragement that yes, you really are adding value to this organization. What's that wrench, that extra piece of value I can add on the tail end that doesn't cost me much, but really does create value for somebody else? What's the wrench we can throw in with the works? Something to think about. Thanks for listening.